Mahatma and his disciples. A long time ago, there used to be a Mahatma in the city of Kashi. He lived by building his ashram on the banks of Ganga. Many of his disciples also lived with him. Mahatma Ji's entire life was spent in penance and sacrifice. For many years, he was living only by drinking milk. He had given up all pleasures, used to sleep by spreading sackcloth on the ground, be it winter or summer. They wore only one piece of clothing. Serving the destitute and sick, helping the poor, etc., was his daily work. He saw God in every human being. Mahatma wanted his disciples to become like him, but his disciples neither served or helped others like Mahatma Ji, nor did they relieve the sorrow of any unhappy person. Still, all of them wanted to become a perfect man and popular like the Mahatma. They used to wear saffron clothes like the Mahatma. They had grown a beard and wore a Rudraksha necklace around their neck. Like the Mahatma, he used to do asanas and do pranayama. In this way, by imitating the external attire and actions, all the disciples started thinking that we too have become great Mahatmas like the Guru. We have become yogis and ascetics like them. We will get fame like them. Gradually, the pride of those disciples kept increasing. He also started wanting that everyone should respect him like Mahatma Ji, but for this, he did not try to adopt any of his qualities. One day, Mahatma Ji said to his disciples, "Children, the head of the village across the river has invited us. Let's go to his place today to perform a yagya. We will all have our meal there today also." Many disciples got ready just because of the greed for the delicious food. In Mahatma Ji's ashram, only dry rotis with buttermilk were available to eat. Mahatma Ji and his disciples performed the yagya together. After this, Mahatma Ji gave a sermon, inspired the people present to adopt good qualities. Everyone was greatly impressed by Mahatma Ji's lecture. He pledged that he would progress himself, make his family better, and build the society. In fact, the matter was such that Mahatma Ji's speech was very influential. She used to give inner inspiration to people, those who follow virtues with true heart, words and deeds. Their speech becomes like this. After the yagya, the disciples were thinking that now they will get plenty of food to eat. But the host just gave the prasad and bid farewell to everyone. The disciples became very sad. They felt that now somehow they should reach home as soon as possible. Even if it is not a dish, it is dry bread. At least something should reach the stomach. But perhaps this was not to happen today. Mahatma was very popular in the surrounding villages. After the yagya, many people came to him. All of them were asking him to go to his house for some time. The sick in someone's house, someone's old parents, someone's ailing wife wanted to see Mahatma Ji. They were unable to come there. Mahatma Ji was kind. He had never learned how to disappoint anyone. He immediately agreed to go to those persons' house. Now, along with him, the disciples also had to follow Mahatma Ji. Whichever house Mahatma Ji visited, a crowd of people gathered. He would talk to everyone affectionately. He would show sympathy to the sick, caress their heads, and bless them for their speedy recovery. After receiving his immense love, the patient's face would also start glowing. Someone came to Mahatma Ji with a basket of fruits, someone with dry fruits and someone with sweets. Mahatma Ji would take them and distribute them to everyone. Like other pundits, he did not take any food item to his home. Everyone was greatly impressed by his selflessness. The disciples were thinking that someone would bring them fruits, etc., but no one gave him anything. Now he started getting even more angry at people. They started thinking, after all, what is lacking in us that we are not being given anything? After somehow dealing with the crowd, Mahatma Ji got ready to go home. The disciples heaved a sigh of relief. They also started following him. Somehow, he crossed the road grumbling with hunger, went home and cooked food, and then found somewhere to eat. At last, he could not resist one disciple. He asked, "Guruji, it's been years since we lived with you. Like you, we also practice yoga and do penance. But what is the matter that everyone respects you, but no one even looks at us?" Mahatmaji became serious and said, "Sons, he who gives gets only that. If we give to others without any expectation of return, if we help others, we automatically get a lot." Penance does not only mean asanas and pranayam. Serving the poor and the needy and doing good to others is true penance. All your attention remains on chanting and penance, but at the same time, you see the form of God in everyone and behave well with them. Then you will see how much everyone respects you. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Your chanting and penance will only benefit you. It is only your behavior that others can benefit from. The disciples now understood the whole thing. From that day, he started serving the society by emulating the qualities of Mahatma Ji.